Alright, so I've started putting together the assault intercessors, and let me tell you, we got some serious potato here. Let me show you what I've got. 2 of the 5 intercessors put together so far. There's a couple of issues. This piece right here with his helmet and his belt, I actually had to glue that in. Getting the head in there was, man, I'll tell you, that was something else. The assembly is not exactly stellar for these guys. I mean, it's still a good deal for what you get, quite honestly. But there's well, I got that guy cocked to the wrong side here, but the assembly instructions are quite potato, and there's no Aquillas on these bolt guns. That's rather upsetting to me. But anyway, so I mean, we'll see how the rest of the assembly goes here. I'm gonna adjust that, but if you look at the instructions here below me, below these guys, this first box here is a little bit ambiguous. So you have to kind of balance the side piece there and put everything together, but the 2 chest pieces did not want to go together very well. So what I did was I shaved some off of one of the little dowels that's built in there. It still didn't want to go very well, so the fittings are not all that great. But luckily, everything gets covered up by arms and or pieces and everything. But one of the bigger problems I've found here, let me grab the sprue, is that the mold lines on these things are, wow, I mean, just nuts. The last 2 guys I put together, their mold lines, I mean, the mold lines were just terrible. Like, you can see some of them right there. But so you're gonna have to definitely scrape the crap out of some mold lines here. Anyway, you can see it right on the top of that bolter there. The heads are especially bad. So like you can see on the side of that Space Marine's helmet right there, that mold line is particularly hard to get to when you're trying to balance the head in your hand here. But I'm going to keep assembling and see how it turns out. Give you kind of a better view at what I'm talking about here, whereas the mold lines, or where the mold lines are concerned. You can see, if you look right here, oops, let me focus there. You can see those mold lines. I mean, they're just, whew, they're out there. But keep going. All right, so I've got all of the Space Marines put together, and after a lot of scraping, they look semi-decent. I've got Sergeant here. Oops, Sergeant here. The worst mold lines were actually on the legs, but yeah, I mean, it's not so bad. I've seen worse. So that's the biggest thing to look out for so far that I've found, is just look out for those mold lines. So the more that I look at this stuff, I'm looking at the plastic that they use for this. To me, I think they used a different kind of plastic. It's a little bit subpar, but I mean, for the price that you're paying, it's still not bad. So I'm about to start assembling the Necrons here. The details are not as, I'd say, not as crisp as I'm used to, and you can see on that gauze rifle there, you can see the mold lines on there. So I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, for the price, like I said, it's cheap enough to where I think it's kind of worth it anyway. It's a little bit of pain, but yeah, it should be fine. So that covers my basic thoughts on the set. I hope you enjoyed, and if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Thank you.